again, everyone. Chris and Katie coming at you. We had some requests to show the new hospitality room / classroom that's available on the top floor now, which has worked out just wonderfully. What we have done is it has a full kitchen in there, which you'll see in just a minute, and we keep muffins and cheese and yogurt and snacky items that the guests can help themselves to. And if we're having some early checkouts, there's some frozen items that they could just pop in for a quick breakfast, so on and so forth. And then if they want to come in here and bring a pizza in here or whatever, just hang out, or if they're staying and they're doing some crafting, they can put all their whatever they're working on out here and just leave it up here. So, and it's very private, very, very well lit. The windows are beautiful. And yeah, so we ready for this, Kate?
What else is this room used for?
Corporate events and
weddings. This is the bridal getting ready suite for the morning of the wedding. This is also our classroom space, which she failed to mention that we do different classes and different things like that up here. It's not a super big room, so we can't fit too many people. So when we have larger classrooms, we have to move them to a different space. But our smaller classrooms fit nice in here.
They do. They do.
And there's a bathroom.
There is, which
in the room.
That's really cute.
Yes.
Okay, now before we start this tour, we're gonna sneak in an interview that we just did with Jean Hanlon from Family Fibers, and her and I are collaborating on the cutest chicken kits ever. They are so stinking cute. They are just they are so cute, and it's a paint with wool. It's a flat felting. It's just like fill in the paint by number. Those old paint by number kits. That's exactly what it's like, only with wool. So those are new kits that are going to be available very, very soon. And we're going to debut them in 2 classes that she's going to be teaching in October. One on the 9th and one on the 23rd. Those are Thursdays. So watch for them, because that will be a super fun class. It's only $30. It's everything you get, and it makes a 7.5 square
chicken
that are adorable. So,
and a little backstory on Jean. She's a needle felt artist that does mostly flat felting. So she kind of describes herself as a painter of wool. She started coming to the schoolhouse during our vendor fairs. She comes for every time we do our Gnome for the Holidays Makers Mart. She has a booth here. So she's always been here for those, selling her products, and then she started doing classes here too. So she actually has 2 upcoming classes, weekend retreats coming up in October as well. One of them still has a couple spots left, and you can find that information on our website.
Absolutely. Yeah. So welcome, Jean. Okay, we are here with Jean Hanlon, and this is so excited. A Family Fibers. Her and I are collaborating. She's been doing all this amazing work on these 2 kits for right now, and there will be more. Okay, here we have Henrietta
and Volcano Chicken.
Are they not?
I have learned so much about chickens.
Yes.
Trying to identify chicken parts so that I could write directions you can follow easily to make these kits.
The comb, the wattle.
And these are earlobes down here. Who knew?
Who would have known? I mean, I used to have bunches of chickens, and I never knew that.
I found out some interesting things about chickens.
That is so awesome.
So these will be kits.
Yep, these will be kits.
Everything in them that you need. You'll start with piece of felt that was created in the gnome schoolhouse in the
Yes.
mill
Yes, yes.
with the design already drawn on it.
Which is super convenient for everyone.
And all the materials you need, including needles and foam and the
bead eyeballs.
and even the eyeballs. And the directions will lead you through all the steps to create them. And
there'll be picture instructions along with
pictures
them.
and instructions, and you'll feel very successful when you finish it.
Yes,
It'll be fun.
Okay, can we show this one?
Sure.
Okay, talk about this one.
This one. So my husband, who has seen me needle felt for years and knows about materials, has not done any needle felting and has not made that kind of thing before. I sat him down with all the materials and the directions that I had written, and this is what he did in about 2.5 hours. He completed this chicken, and I think it's adorable.
It is. It's absolutely spot on. It's just so cute. So anywho, so we're going to, this is another thing that's really exciting. You are going to have 2 opportunities to make this. You will have, one is to attend a class that you're going to be teaching.
I'll teach a class.
Yep. And one is on the 9th, and that will be Henrietta.
October 9th.
That's a Thursday evening. And that is also right before your weekend
retreat.
Yep.
And that retreat is from the 10th to the 12th, and it's making needle felted landscapes starting on the Friday. And there are actually 2 spots left.
There are, but there won't be for long. So if you're at all interested,
sign up.
Sign up right away. It is. It's always amazing. Always an amazing time. Okay, so then you could come and take the Henrietta class that Thursday. You could come early, come at 5, and you could dine prior to taking the class. And then on the 23rd,
we'll be doing the volcano chicken. And again, you could come and take the class after Thursday. And that's before my second retreat, which is full.
Yes. If you wanted to, you certainly could stay over Thursday night. Have breakfast with us and
absolutely
head out then. So so watch for these new kits. Are going to be available online as well as here on site, and watch for
all the fun things. Dyed and put together here at the Gnome Schoolhouse.
You're going to be working with curlies, dyed curlies. You're going to be working with dyed Cordale roving. You're going to be working with felt. It's just going to be, it's just so cool. So
so we're excited about this.
This
collaboration to design and work together and create directions that are easy to follow. And I hope you'll try the kits and love felting, because I love it. I've just that's become my thing.
Absolutely. This is amazing. Paint with wool. So watch for them.
Thanks.
Hello, welcome to the hospitality room. Come on in. Okay, as you can see here, I'll let you go in first. There's a full kitchen, microwave, coffee maker, snacks, got muffins, and oh my, there's cheesecake in there. Oh, nummy. Yeah, some beer randomly. Anywho, cupboard space, so there's plates and silverware, toaster, all of those necessities. As you can see, we've got 4 wooden tables like this that we can maneuver around and make different configurations. We have these comfy adjustable office chairs, which makes it good for if you're sitting crafting for many hours in a row. That's makes it pretty cozy. And then, let's see, this is a big storeroom, which we have all of our supplies in here for the classes that we do. And here we have a bathroom. You got to see this. Isn't this just the cutest? Look at this. I just love that. So we have full bathroom in here. We have used this. We have 2 blow up, very nice air mattress beds / things that we have used this for a guest room as well for overflow. And yeah, so this is the hospitality room currently / classroom. Okay, and from here, we're just going to continue on our little tour of the top floor. And we're going to introduce you to our 2 amazing hospitality gals. So we're just going to go directly across the hall into the honeymoon suite, which is locked. I got to grab the key. I need the key. Okay, here we are in room number 11, which is the M&M suite, we call it. And we thank Mike and Mary Peterson for sponsoring this room. And voila! This was originally the 9th and 10th grade classroom. And we have transformed it into a gorgeous suite, complete with a Sleep Number king-size bed, a beautiful sitting area here. We got a Keurig, a fridge, and the chalkboards in this room are black because I'm going to tell you a little behind the scenes thing. Right here in the corner, all the chalkboards were painted green. They were various shades of green because it had been sitting empty for so long. So it just depended on where the light was hitting it all the time that, they were different shades of faded. And this corner right here had a old school bulletin board. I don't even know what it was made out of. It was so moldy and blocky. So we had taken that off, and lo and behold, behind it was a black chalkboard with original assignment on it in cursive. It was so cool. We had every intention of shellacking it or decoupaging it and keeping it forever. The next day we came back and the workmen had totally smeared the whole thing. So we had to erase it. But we knew at one time the chalkboards up here were black. So we painted all the chalkboards black. So all these chalkboards in here are original. We have 2 old sewing machines that are flanking the bed here as the nightstands. In here we have, and the beautiful transoms and windows, all the woodwork, which is so amazing. And then in the bathroom here, we have a mural that took place, it's a class taking place in 1955 in this classroom. And the teacher up there is standing about where the toilet is. And that was super cool. And we have the names of all the students that are in there, thanks to Kenny Usatis, who is in the front row right there. He remembered all the names of his 9th and 10th grade class, which I thought was super cool because he's 90 now. Now we also have a beautiful farmhouse sink and a rain shower in here. And it's just so cozy and wonderful. Okay, now this is an indispensable employee right here. This is our hospitality director, and here we have Sammy and her little son Easton, and these gals keep the place absolutely spotless, and the rooms and everything else. And Karen, you're going to see Karen again because Karen is also down at our store. So when we do the tour next week, she will be giving us a tour of the store, which is cool. So yeah, so this is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, gals, very, very much. Love it, love it, love it. Bye. Going on our way, we're gonna head down to, as soon as I find where I put the keys. Here it is. Okay, we're gonna head down the hall. And this was this was just like this. I mean, up on this floor, we did not even have to take up the hardwoods. We just gave them a very good deep clean, which was pretty cool, considering, you know, the roof was in tough shape, and whenever it rained in here dramatically. And up behind us at the top of the stairs, you go up 5 more steps here, and we have what was the principal's office or the superintendent's office. These little cubbies here were used for mail back then, which is kind of cool for the teachers. And in here, this is where my husband, well, not just him, the contractors had intentions of ripping all the lath and plaster off of the walls and putting sheetrock everywhere. But we did not want that. We wanted the plaster, everything to stay as it was and just be patched where it needed to be patched. So they started in here and tore off the plaster until we caught them and told them to stop. And then we decided to embrace this look because it just looks really cool. And we just left it as that. And so the plaster's gone, but the original laths are still there. This is now Jeannie's office is what this is right now. And we have cute little a teardrop chandelier that gives it a little eclectic look there. And if you look here, these are the original keys. If you look at, well, it's really hard to read now. They're so faded. Above each key, it told the classroom that key went to. And prior to us removing all the doors and putting in all new locks, those keys worked. So that was super cool. So we just left them there for posterity. And you can see the amazing view here of the flagpole and out the front of the school, which is pretty cool. And one thing that is very interesting is this was the original design. In order to open the windows, you have to reach down, as you can see here, in below the floorboards a little bit, which that's how it was designed. So that's kind of odd. But anywho, okay, now we're going on down. We're going to go on down the steps here. And on the left-hand side was the library. And the original dictionary was donated back to us. That was the school's. And so it's back right where it belongs. That was really, really cool. And over here on this side was a room that was used for different things throughout the years, a typing room, an accounting room, a teacher's lounge, so on and so forth. Now it's our housekeeping room. Okay, and then when we pass this threshold here, there was 2 windows here because this floor behind me did not exist. And this was part of the addition that we added on. So we took the windows out, made this into a walkway, and we're going to go in here to room number 10, which is, we thank Corey James and her hubby for sponsoring this room in honor of LeMay Clara James. And this is our oh, it's open. It's open. Come on in, because I want to show, it's our cardinal room, excuse me. I want to show you how you can tell this was the outside of the school. This was the outside brick. So where these wood pieces were, that is where the roof trusses came out for the classrooms below. And then this black stuff is the tar of the original roof. And then what naughty students would do is they would climb out the window and they would dip their fingers in the tar and they would graffiti on there. And it's kind of interesting. Leo Wolski. I just saw that. I'd never seen that one before. Okay, Glenn Dobb, Avis Rowe. This is really cool. This is she was your teacher. She graduated from Nome, and she was doing a tour through here, and that was her sister-in-law, and Glenn Dobb was her high school sweetheart. And she did not know that was up there. So that was such a cool moment when she walked in here touring when the school was complete. And oh, there was Avis Rowe, her sister-in-law. And yeah, that was just a awesome, awesome moment. And here is, the bathrooms are pretty much all the same, only different decor. They all have the same vanity and whatnot, tub shower combo, with the exception of room number 8, which we'll go into because that's our handicap room. So that has a roll-in shower. So this is room number 10. This is a single queen room. Okay, now we'll move on to one of our double queens. Follow me. Okay, we are in room number 2. This room was sponsored in memory of Marvin and Marcy Johnson. This is really cool. Marvin Johnson was a janitor here at the school, and his family sponsored this room. And his son, Monty Johnson, can remember coming here and helping his dad on Sundays polish woodwork and whatnot. So that's pretty special. So the theme of this room is the Nome Schoolhouse, of course. So we actually put a chalkboard in here. And then we have some Nome memorabilia. I'll hit some lights here so that we can see here. Some little trophies and pictures. That's Nome in 1915 there. On the wall, we have some of the Nome newspapers, the Nome School Flashes, they're called. And this has 2 queen beds. And then this little sofa does pull out to be a bed as well. And then as you can see, this bathroom is pretty much the same. There's some report cards hanging on the walls there, and yeah. All righty, hit the lights here. Then we'll go down to our handicap unit, which is room number 8. But first, before we enter that, we are going to, on the walls are some really cool pictures of the past. This one is really, really, really neat. This is a colorized picture of the classroom. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on. Can you? It says the year on there.
1995?
Nope.
No, 25.
1925. Yes, 1925. Yep.
25.
Yep, 25 to 26, and then there's just some other pictures of Nome, look at the basketball team, isn't that awesome? That's a great picture. And yeah, and then right here, which is super neat, these were the old library shelves that we just moved here. And on the top shelf there, you can see a few of the textbooks. We have boxes and boxes of textbooks. And we were also gifted a fiber arts library, which was, it's just amazing. There are so many books from pretty much any fiber art you can think of, from weaving, knitting, quilting, embroidery, everything. It's so cool. And dear Arlene, her husband, donated some of her artwork, like over there on the wall. When we get down to the main level, we'll show you some other pieces of artwork from her, and as well as a loom and her spinning wheel, in memory of her, because right here, because she was a huge fiber artist, and she passed away before she could come to the school. So this is awesome. So some folks just come and get a room just to peruse through this library, because it's pretty cool. And here we have, ta-da! We have an elevator, so we are completely handicap accessible, which is very nice. This goes to all floors. This room is being cleaned right now. We'll go into room number 8. And room number 8 was sponsored by Ron Anderson, God bless him. He sponsored room number 8, and he sponsored room number 7 in honor of his sister, Marlis. So this is our handicap accessible room. So it's very large. It has 2 queen beds as well as a futon, which is pretty cool. Fridge. And then the bathroom is a little different, because it has the roll-in tub here with the seat, and as well as a handicap sink. Which is very cool. And all these rooms have their own heating and cooling system, so that you can set it to whatever you want, however you're comfortable. Leave the fan on running all the time or not, and which is kind of cool. These are 2 beautiful quilts that 2 sisters donated to us, which we were ecstatic to get. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, how about room number 6 too? This is Leo and Connie Werlinger. These are my parents that sponsored room number 6. My father has passed away, and he was a pharmacist, and he went to NDSU, University in Fargo. And when he passed away, then Dustin, my son, Katie's brother, donated that tree right there in honor of him, as well as a bench in honor of him, which is pretty cool. And that tree, that willow tree, was just tiny, and now it is getting so big, and it's doing so well. And that is so awesome. And that is because Dusty can remember playing on a willow. My folks lived in Castleton, North Dakota, and he can remember playing on this willow behind their house, and that's why he wanted to honor him with a willow. And that willow tree you can see right from the window of this room. So this is, we call this the bison room, for 2 reasons. My dad was a pharmacist, and he went to NDSU, and I do spin bison yarn from bison, so it's a fiber producing animal as well. And this is just a super cute room here. This is actually a quilted piece that my mother made that is hanging in here. Absolutely beautiful, all hand quilted. Very, very pretty. Got a couple chairs in it. This was donated to us. This is the tartan that the textile folks from NDSU put together, and it was a flock to fabric, where they took the wool from the sheep at NDSU, had it made into yarn and dyed, and then had it made into this tartan fabric, and they made pillows, scarves, all sorts of wonderful things out of it. That was absolutely awesome. And then here's the bathroom. Yeah. And then I'll turn this on, see a little better. And all the rooms, and if you come here to visit, we have a self-guided tour book, which is wonderful. It takes you around the school, kind of step by step, gives you a bunch of information behind the scenes, and takes you throughout the whole school. So that's really cool to do when you come and stay with us, or just come and visit. Yeah, and then that's. Oh, and then here we're looking out to the east here, and that's Mike Peterson's cornfield that we were standing in doing our little interview with Mike last week. Yeah, so that completes our tour of the top floor, the hotel floor, as well as the classroom space of the Nome Schoolhouse. Here we are down in the gymnasium. And what are you going to be doing down here, Kate?
In a few weeks, we'll be having a vendor show down here. It's our Gnome Coming event, hosted partially by the university.
Yes, our nonprofit. The university, EWE, like the female sheep. Bah.
So the gym here will be filled with vendors for the day. It's September 27th.
Yep.
And yeah, well, I think we have 19 or 20 different vendors that'll be filling the gym here. And other things going on hosted by the university.
Okay, so what starts in the morning? What times it start?
So the vendors start at 10 and go until 4. We will be serving food starting at 9 with some type of a lighter breakfast, going to 11 where we'll start our lunch menu, and then that goes until 4.
Cool. Awesome. And we will have full bar will be open.
Yep, bar will be open the whole day with mimosas and Bloody Marys in the morning. And then the university will be doing some things.
Oh yes, we'll be doing. If you watch the YouTube from last week, we're going to have some make and take crafts, which are fun. A big pumpkin made with roving, as well as needle felted acorns that you can string into a garland or just kind of scatter about for decor. Super cute. Yep. And what's going on in here this weekend?
Wedding.
The last one of our
one of the year is our wedding. 250 people are coming, so
awesome.
Pretty much our max as far as number wise for weddings, so it'll be a good day.
Absolutely. So much fun. So, and it's a beautiful fall day here out at Nome. We should go do a little tour of the back. When I was taking the garbage out this morning, I was noticing just how beautiful it looks back in our courtyard area. So let's go do that. Isn't this beautiful? We have some of the fall flowers that are yet in bloom. The wisteria needs another haircut, but oh my, it just looks so beautiful. And yeah, and then the barn, look at the beautiful barn that's going to be getting a facelift here real soon. Oh my, it is gorgeous out. And this wedding is going to be a little different because it's going to be focused to the south of the barn facing east, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
They are going to get married right between, kind of in the middle of those trees there. People will be sitting here facing them.
That will be cool.
Make for a pretty backdrop.
Yeah, it will make for a really nice backdrop, but yeah, super, super cool. Okay. Well, I think that's about all we got for y'all, right?
I think so.
Are you going to come over here and say goodbye with me?
I can't really. I'm holding.
There we go. There. God bless you all. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.